and welcome back to Crits and Knits. It's been a little bit.
Been a while.
It's been a while.
I haven't seen y'all since last year.
I
Shut
mean,
the fuck up.
So,
He's a dad. He has
he's
to make the
so
dumb
small.
dad jokes.
I thought this past Friday was going to be the last time when I recorded my other podcast was going to be the last time I got to use that. But I just realized I get to say it again now.
This is the last time, probably, that you'll be able to say that.
I hope not. I mean, I can certainly say it again in 12 months. So
Well, yes.
Yeah.
the new year. That's the
last
thing
time
about the
this
new
year.
year. It happens every year.
Wait, what? Damn it. Fuck.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, it's been a little bit because, well, I think our last episode was just before, our last real episode with roleplay was just before Thanksgiving here in the States. So, yeah, we had a bunch of like wintry holidays and all of the fun that goes along with working in our various industries around the holidays. Yes, the air quotes are very appropriate here. Yes. I can think of, pretty much all of us get fun stuff over that season. Some with heavier quotes than others. So. But hey, we made it through.
In at least 2 pieces.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Good job, Greg.
That was good. That was yep.
That was something.
Yeah.
Should have just kept looking at my knitting.
Speaking
Are you
of
counting?
knitting-
Because I know some numbers.
Oh gosh.
Remember the last time you said that and you were like, maybe I won't do that because DB will kill me? That hasn't changed in the new year.
When is the next time you and I are going to be at the same place in the same time? Because maybe you'll have forgotten by then. And
That's
Do
wishful thinking.
you assume that DB forgets slights and wrongs done upon her?
okay, that's fair.
That's
Well,
a
2, 4,
dangerous
6,
assumption.
17, 12, 15,
Oh,
43.
You should
Those are
stop
some of-
that. Oh gosh.
Those are some of the numbers I know.
I don't know what you're
Alright.
talking about. I wasn't counting, so.
Maybe somebody else who was listening was, and they wanted to know some numbers.
I mean, numbers are fantastic. Just,
I love all of them. There's an infinite number of numbers.
I've
Just
had to
about.
deal with too many numbers today. There's a reason that I haven't pulled out any knitting yet because most of my projects are in the middle of county spots and I don't want to do it.
I have to really avoid reading my book on my phone during work.
It is hard.
It is so,
It is so
hard.
hard.
Hello, Danny's mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
I got
Hi,
an
Danny's
early I got an early access to a book. I didn't think it was going to happen to me because it was like, oh hey, I might pick you, I might not. And I was like, yeah, I'll sign up. And then it was like, hey, you got the book, and I was like, but I haven't read
now.
the third one.
Oh, so you better read the
Bless
third
you.
one. Thank you.
No, you don't have to read them in order. So I just jumped into the fourth
Okay.
one. Because while they are all in the same universe, they are not all the same story.
Okay.
What story is this? Are you allowed to say?
I am. Yeah, the book comes out in like 9 days.
Oh.
It's called fuck. Hold on.
I don't think it's
It's
called
an
Fuck,
awesome
Hold On.
title for a book.
Fantastic.
Hold on.
I would read that.
I would too.
It is called shit. No, I almost lost my spot.
Like, hold on to shit. I mean,
Hold on. I gotta get to something else. Hold up. Fuck. Listen, I wasn't The Prince of Endless Tides.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes. It's a spicy LGBTQ plus book.
All right.
And it is
that.
a Little Mermaid retelling. So
Oh, interesting.
yes.
Oh, speaking
Yes.
of Danny, I picked up the Setting the Record Straight
Oh.
as you were talking about it on the book journal stream. So it has arrived and is
Oh, yay.
sitting staring at me.
I hope you enjoy it. I really enjoyed that one.
I do like cozy romances, and
Yes.
that does sound like a
And that's
cozy romance.
exactly what
You
it
know
was.
what? my brain forgot what that book was. We talked about
We
it.
did.
We
And I was
did.
like, oh yeah, that's the thing that Danny is. Nope, that's the book that Danny was reading. Not. I was like, oh.
I also got a copy of Let Them Burn In, which is the first of the pre-releases that had been affected by the
Yes.
review bombing.
Yes. tell me
Yeah,
how
so
that is.
I will definitely let you know how that is. It looks great.
I am.
The nice weighty hardback.
I'm still working on my book journal.
I have actually started reading a book called
Oh, yeah?
An Adventure Brewing. It's a Beers and Beards book. As Greg perks up, yes. What?
Hey, Greg.
I think you may enjoy it. It is a TTRPG type novel.
So it's a lit RPG.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a lit RPG.
Legends and lattes
Yeah,
and
it's that same sort of
Yeah.
idea. But it's about a gnome who is searching to brew the best beer. He reminds me a lot of Herder.
That's sweet.
Sorry, not a gnome, a dwarf. No.
Okay.
Yeah, a dwarf, because the dwarves
Greg,
have
you need a
beers.
copy of this book.
Yes, but I'm having fun with it. It is a strange style compared to what I'm used to reading, just in terms of format. But
Yeah,
it's
which
cute and entertaining. So
We're all trying to read different things this year, I think.
exactly, we're breaking out
Yeah.
of molds.
I've decided that I'm going to try and read the nonfiction book that I've had. That's a true crime book that I've had it for a very long time. Haven't read it.
Excellent. We have a first time chat, Dance and Knit.
Hello.
Happy New Year. Thanks
Hello,
for joining us.
welcome.
Hope you enjoy our random chat about everything. But let's get ourselves on track. And who's been knitting stuff? Because it's been like 2 months. Someone's knit something, I'm sure. Maybe.
Yes.
I've been working on the Eternal Shawl.
Ah, yes. How's it
It's
going?
it's starting to get to the point where it's gonna actually be wearable here pretty soon, and I'm still on the first skein. Like the skeins from Whimsy Stitches are much bigger than from 14
Oh,
Mile
God, yeah.
Farms,
Yeah.
which means I now have enough to do like many more, because I got 3 skeins, so now I have
Ooh, you can do lots of
a lot of
things.
yarn for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, DB, I keep cutting you off.
Hello. No, you're fine, honey.
Oh, Raspberry Crafts. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Raspberry Crafts.
We know who you are.
hello.
I think I
Yeah.
know you on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So, just on the topic of Ren's shawl, as you are knitting a big one like that, or not a big one, but knitting one like that that has sort of a repeating pattern, you can make it bigger if you want and use up more yarn and make it like a blanket size if you want it bigger.
Ooh, pretty.
So if you are enjoying the pattern and enjoying the shawl, but you want more shawl, you should be able to just continue repeats of the pattern and make it even bigger and use up more of your yarn.
Theoretically, but then how do you make it a blanket shaped? Because currently it is triangle shaped, which is not a
Yeah.
normal blanket shape.
I mean, some
I guess you
blankets are triangle shaped.
I don't
Make
I don't
two
like triangle
and
shaped
sew them
blankets.
together.
Yeah, you can make
But
two and then
it's
Kitchener them together.
It's like a pizza pie.
Not Kitchener. What are we using instead of Kitchener?
Graft.
Graft.
Just
Thank
it.
you. I'm trying to get away from that, and
We are
it's
too.
gonna take some time because it's
Ingrained.
I'm gonna
Okay,
need
we're
you
gonna
all
do
to
it.
explain that
Is
to me
there
later.
controversy in the
well,
yarn
it's just
community?
that it's named after a dude who didn't do it.
Oh.
He just
Oh.
And a
liked what it.
problematic.
Yeah, a problematic dude.
A
He
He
didn't
was
create
a
it.
bastard. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted people to use that one on the socks for his troops, basically.
Oh.
So it doesn't need to be named after him.
No. No, it doesn't.
Oh,
Okay.
that Kitchener. Okay.
So yeah, but that's what I have having ingrained. So I'm working on that. I'm trying my best. Words are falling out of my head a lot lately because, stress and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Fair enough.
But
So
yeah,
yes, you could knit a couple of them and graft them together. Yeah, that's it. That's my only suggestion for turning a triangle into a square. I mean, you could knit it backwards. Like if instead of like you got knitting like rows 1 to 10, then you can knit 10 to 1 to make it smaller. Turn the increases into decreases, and I mean you can. It'll take a little bit of mathing.
All of the increases are yarn overs at the ends of rows. So
then you could just do a knit 2 together at the end of the row instead of the yarn over.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, what I'd probably do is knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, so that you have the same lacy pattern.
And I'd actually probably do like knit 2 together, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, so that
it
would
looks
lean into each other.
nice. Yeah.
But yeah, same. The math is the same.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just
the
style.
look is a little different.
Yeah.
Or you just make a really big triangle. Like my massive blanket shawl is just a really big triangle. And it's big enough that it doesn't matter that it's a triangle. It drapes over me.
Or here's a controversial opinion: make a really big triangle and then cut a square out of the middle of it and then hem it.
And this is why we
Wow.
invite Greg to all the parties.
And then you would have a square and 3 triangles. It's great.
It's something.
It's certainly something.
Thanks, I hate it.
So we've interrupted you several times, but Dee Dee, what have you been working on?
No, it's fine. I'm used to it. Trust me. I am working on the Hue Shift Afghan that Danny has that she hasn't started, which means that I have a jump start when she starts it like tomorrow and finishes it in 3 days.
Yeah.
But
The jump start means nothing with Danny.
Danny's going to start it now and finish it before the stream is over.
It's true. I have gotten almost section 1 done so far.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
Nice.
so I have here it is so far.
It's so
Oh,
pretty.
it's so pretty.
It's so pretty. And much like the little squares that I was making, this pattern is very similar.
Yep.
I didn't know that, but I bought a whole like kit for it. Danny has a kit for it too. She bought it like a while ago though. So I'm over here like I have a head start. She's
now.
gonna finish it tomorrow. She's gonna look at it and the blanket will be done.
I'm not that fast.
But, yeah, so I've been working on this. I've been working on it for a couple of weeks now, I think. Not continuously because who has time?
Right.
But yeah, this is what I've been working on. I'm trying to get I would like to get before I go to Georgia, I would like to get section 1 done.
Mhm.
So I don't have to take all these colors with me.
Right.
But I have a feeling that I'm going to be taking the whole kit with me because I'll be working on it a lot down there. So, also, what's a mattress stitch?
It's like a sewing type stitch.
Pretty easy.
Okay,
You'll be fine.
okay, because like you have to knit 4 sections and then mattress stitch them together.
So I don't like seaming.
Okay,
And I was going to slightly alter it so that instead of doing 4 separate sections and then seaming them together, I was just going to basically pick up, like do the same color pattern that it tells you to do. But instead of doing it in 4 sections and sewing it together, I was just going to like knit all one row of like 8 squares or whatever. Instead of 4 and then 4 and then seaming them together.
so the only reason why I'm a little worried about doing that is you have to like shift which way they go.
Right.
Like they don't all run the same direction.
Right. And I was going to say, fuck it, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, Danny, if you want to say fuck it and I don't care,
Yep.
that's fine. But as this is my first one, I'm gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
it the way the pattern tells me to.
No, and it looks really good when you do it the way the pattern tells you to. But I don't like
Yes.
seaming.
Well,
And I'm a big
I'm gonna-
whiner, so.
I'm gonna learn, and then you're gonna send me your blanket so I can weave in your ends.
Okay. Ooh, you're going to learn to seam, and then I'll send you my blanket and you can seam it. And then I'll block yours. How's that? I'll block
You don't
your
have to
seam.
block this though.
That's true.
And also, I have shit to block now, baby.
Okay, fine.
Does it? Am I gonna do it? I don't know.
What a sad little Danny sound.
I mean, I will try and then probably cry and send all the stuff to Danny. She'll have more
I-
things to use to block with.
I can send you stuff to block. But I got blocking materials. I just have no space in my house to lay it
Oh,
out.
see, I have a whole like empty floor in one of the rooms here. That there's nothing in the middle of the room. There's like furniture around the edges.
Maybe we
But
just go
nothing.
live with
Have a
Danny.
block party.
Yes, we'll have a block party.
We'll all live in the center of Danny's floor.
Well, I mean, you have to share it with dogs, but
Ren and I have our computers set up back to back. It gets real warm in that room when we're both streaming.
Oh, it looks like Ren's counting. I can.
oh
tell
no,
her
no,
some
do
numbers.
not talk about numbers. Instead,
late.
how
late.
about I talk about things that I've been knitting because
Yeah.
I was counting the stitches in the lacy part because I've started doing that so that
Smart.
if I've messed up, I know before I get out of the lacy section into the ginormous knitting part.
That's the best way
Smart.
to do it. So the big thing I've been working on is a sweater from my friend Tess, and it is upstairs because it is just
Huge.
big enough that it is not comfortable to move around. Although it only has one ball of yarn attached right now, but it has 2 sets of working stitches because it's a hoodie, and I've done one half of the hood, and I'm working on the other half, and then I'm gonna have to stitch it together, which sucks. And then I have to pick up around the edge of the hood to make the little tubey thing channel that the drawstring will go through.
Oh,
So that one lives upstairs next to my big comfy recliner. It does not travel. It gets worked on in the chair. And I still have the sweater that I'm working on for Ren that I pick up. But again, it's an upstairs project because it's dark yarn with lots of cables.
and a very thinky pattern from what you were saying.
Yes, it is a thinky pattern. So it's one that I work on in the chair because I have the overhead OT light. So I've got good light, so I don't have to wear my glasses. So those are the,
Have you thought about getting one of those like around the neck 2 light things that I see advertised on Facebook all the time?
I have one of them, and I never think to use it. It is hanging on the doorknob of
I
my
have
back
mine
door.
Yeah,
and I love
that.
it. I have one and I love it.
We have 2 of them in the house. I was using it while Mom and I watched a movie because her room is fucking dark.
I should try using it.
I love how you're showing it off like a flight attendant, Greg.
For some reason, my boobs get in the way though, so like that's a problem.
Greg! I don't think you're using it right then.
Like,
Sorry, we always have to recover from that.
Honestly, I think that would help with the angle because I have a problem that mine are always like lower than I want it to be. I really
have
kind
to
of
put
want to.
mine up like little snake heads.
And then a little four like this.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
well, it's because I work like right here, so like
Yeah. You work in the cleavage. I hear ya.
I work like a T-Rex, where all of my work is right here.
Yep. But because I do have that light right over my chair, I don't think of it because I've got the light and it's like right within hand's reach, so I don't even have to get up to turn it on. But I have had a couple of portable patterns that I've worked on. So I've finished a Musselburgh hat.
Oh,
So it is it's the one that gets knit as a tube or not a tube, kind of like a bean.
Kind of a tool.
It's like a hot dog.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hot dog. So you
It's a
start
hot
at
dog casing.
one end
You're a hot dog.
and you knit
You're
your
a
increases,
hot dog.
and then you knit until you have the same amount of yarn left as you used for your increases, and then you do decreases. And then you take it and you fold it in half, and the inside goes in, and then you've got a nice double layer hat. And if you had yarn that wasn't a mirror, it would be reversible. But my yarn is a mirror, so
We love a reversible.
I mean, I suppose it's technically still reversible. It
It's
just
still reversible. It's
just looks
boring.
the same on both
It's
sides.
just boring.
But it does mean that, if I get, I don't know, I'm always getting stuff on me. Spaghetti sauce, when I eat spaghetti, goes everywhere. So maybe I get like spaghetti on the brim. I turn it inside out. You can't see it anymore.
What the fuck? Are you getting spaghetti on your goddamn hat?
No, no.
I want to
How
eat
are
with
you
Daddy.
eating this?
Very
We
messily.
went to Olive Garden. I didn't see this happen.
Daddy's like, spaghetti.
I couldn't think of anything messy off the top of my. Like I said, my brain is it is sleepy. But this is my first travel thing, and I finished this up on Monday night during a stream. And then I've also been working on my Star Wars Sock Saga socks. These
Love
are
those.
my husband's socks. This is it's the old name. So this is the Anakin yarn. I don't remember what she calls Anakin now, but it is from.
I hate sand.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
That's what it should be called.
But this is it's no longer called the Star Wars Collection. I got this years ago when it was called the Star Wars Collection. But it is from Mustache Yarns, and I think now it's called the Galactic Battle Collection.
Which makes sense. The mouse is very litigious.
Yes. But it's from Mustache Yarns, and it's a perfect pair, so that means that it comes in 2 skeins.
You know what?
So your socks match the stripes, which is very important for me. As we've established, socks have to match.
Yeah.
But I am on. I finished one heel, so I need to do the next heel. But these are my husband's socks. And once I'm finished his, there is enough yarn left to make a pair of socks for me. Because we both like shorty socks, like 2 or 3 inch cuffs at the most. So yeah, one sock set of skeins is enough for a pair of socks for each of us, which is kind of nice.
That's adorable.
So
I was gonna say.
we're gonna
Oh,
have
go ahead, Danny. Sorry.
we're
no,
gonna
I'm
have
interrupting.
matching Star Wars socks because I have
Cute.
every Star Wars colorway she's released so far. I have a bag
Oh,
of them
cute.
upstairs. I think I've got another 12 or 13
Wow.
still to knit. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing project.
Fair enough.
What were you saying, DB?
I was gonna say terrible things about the mouse, but one of us has done work for him. I'm looking at you, Gregory.
Technically, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Gregorith.
Wait, eventually
Have
everything
to
gets
follow the
on.
whole big long title. Yeah.
Technically, the Nightmare Before Christmas is a Disney property, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It indeed it is.
It says the official Disney one, so
Oh, and I have still been working on this.
Did you mean Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas?
yes.
The Disney
Disney's
Tim
Tim
Burton's
Burton's? Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Disney
This one
Tim
right here.
Burton. Yep. Mine's on my shelf.
Mine's upstairs.
My shelf is like right here.
Mine
They
finally
all-
arrived. So it's on my Kindle.
Yay! Finally, Jesus.
Yeah.
It only took 3 years.
You should have gotten yours before
I
any of
should
us
have.
got our hard copies.
But Amazon was being whatever.
Dumb.
But
Amazon was doing Amazon things.
Speaking of Disney's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, there are more words.
There's
A
another
lot of
sentence.
words. Don't forget to visit our fiber friend, Tanis Knits. It's down here.
Oh yeah.
We've got the website where you can get all of the fantastic patterns and collections and more information about all of them. And yeah, just want to make sure we get that plug in because, we like our friends. They're very supportive.
Sometimes, unless their name is Greg.
We like Greg. DB, you may not,
Yeah,
but the rest of us do.
You're not friends, DB. You're
You're
frenemies.
right. You're
There's
right.
There is a difference.
You're right.
And
You're
best
my
frenemies.
Best frenemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, no.
Be my second best frenemy.
Who's the fucking first?
Oh,
DB about to
DB's
go murder her way to the top of that list.
DB's jealous. I like it.
DB's like, I got a to-do list now.
Who gonna take my range out on? I need that name, Greg.
Not on stream.
No.
Yeah, no paper trail.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a paper.
It's worse. It's on the internet.
No digital footprint.
True.
Ooh, okay. Who else has things? I
I
know
will
Greg has
go.
things.
Yes. So I knitted some socks while we were
Away?
uh away, yeah. And when I was away, when I went to Florida, I did some socks and they're upstairs because they're already in my rotation. I'm wearing them. And
Nice.
then I cast on some other socks and they're finished here.
Ooh.
And this was a lot of fun with from Bad Sheep Yarn in Northern Lights colorway. And I used the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, which I adore.
That's
And
nice.
the designer of the Fish Lips Kiss Heel, Patty Joy White, has a group on Ravelry that um, when you knit her pattern, you can go put it up, put pictures of it up in her group. And every month she draws a random winner to win $100 prize, which I won for December. And so I
Yay!
immediately turned around and took that prize and bought more sock yarn.
Well, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's what you do.
Obviously.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I
so I
like those
bought,
colors.
yeah, so it's called the Knit Sky,
I love
and it's
that.
from Knit Circus Yarns.
Of course
Which
it
is what-
is.
Yeah, which is what my rainbow socks were from Knit Circus Yarns. And so as you can see, for the second sock, I've only got this much yarn left, and then the first sock I haven't started. And so let me put that up. So it's I'm doing
pretty.
I did the same thing with another Fish Lips Kiss Heel here. Start from the bottom of the toe going up. And I love the way the purple is gradating,
I
from
like
the
that
dark
a
to the
lot.
light. I think for the other sock, I'm going to do it the other way around. So it goes light on the bottom to dark at the top because I'm just feeling crazy. And so
Greg
they'll
doesn't match
but
his
not.
socks.
Danny's gonna
They'll-
start
they'll-
twitching.
It's
They'll
fine.
match but not.
It's fine.
They'll coordinate but not match.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Don't
Yeah.
don't
Sisters,
mind,
not twins.
don't mind me. I don't match any of my socks ever.
There you go. Yeah. And so that's fun. But I was inspired on these socks by E because normally I just do socks in plain stockinette like this.
Mhm.
But I saw one of the most recent pair of socks E did had texture on them. So it was like texture all the way. So I did a broken rib because I can't just do regular like knits and pearls because I need to knit more than pearl. So with the broken rib, it's you do pearl at one point, and then the next round you do the knits. And I couldn't make it even, like where it was like 2 by 2 or whatever, because it wouldn't hit well with the way the heel worked and the number of stitches I had on it. So I've got a really weird number of like knit 3, pearl 3, then knit 4, pearl 4. I made it work, but it's just not.
Ish.
Yeah. I mean, it's symmetrical. I mean, and it's
Right.
mirrored, and so it works out okay, but it doesn't end up being, like a 2 by 2 ribbing pattern or something like that.
Of course not.
So
You had
anyway.
to do something different.
Yeah, I wish I didn't, but it was fine. And but now I'm getting close to where I'm going to have the cuff. Again, just this much left, and I'm trying to decide if I want to switch to 1 by 1 ribbing, which I have done for socks in the past. I don't want to do 2 by 2 or a variation of 2 by 2 because that'll look like ass with the with the crazy broken rib that I've done, or just keep it in the broken ribbing, which is kind of stretchy like a cuff would be. So I don't know. So I'm asking the internet to tell me what to do, and y'all are on
That's
the internet.
that
so
is a
you-
dangerous thing to do, my friend.
Look,
Danny,
if I'm not acting like a fool on the internet, I don't know what I'm doing. So
True enough. True enough. So,
So my thinking is, and I already
Oh,
voted
boy.
in your Instagram poll,
I saw.
ooh,
is to switch to the ribbing because that'll give it a little more grab at the top
Mhm.
so they don't
Mhm.
become quitters.
Mm.
that's what I was going to ask. Is
Yeah.
are your socks are tall socks usually? So
Yeah,
you
I make tall
probably
socks.
want that extra
So you
grab
can
because
see compared to my forearm. How
yeah.
tall I
So
make my
the
socks.
top part of your sock is going to be where your leg is starting to get wider for your calf muscle,
Yeah.
and if you don't have that extra grab, it's just want to go
Right.
sliding down and end up.
Quitters.
Yeah, quitters.
Quitters.
They
I
just
like that. I haven't heard.
what you're going to end
quitters
up with
before.
is the 1980s slouch socks that we wore.
Nice.
And you know,
Leg
if that's your
warmers.
style, then go for slouch socks. But if that's not your style,
Right.
I agree with
Well,
you.
Or get
and that's
garters.
what I was wondering. I'm sorry, Ren. What was that?
Or get garters.
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
there's a thought. That's a thought you
you
hadn't
are
considered.
talking my language there. Yeah. So, but yeah, and that's what I was wondering because that's why I do the ribbing, and what I do usually is a 2x2 with
Yeah.
like a little bit of a fancy thing on it, which works fine. And I do that for a couple of inches, an inch and a half or so. And I wondered if the broken rib would be enough compression to keep them from being quitters. I don't know. So
You said it's like a 5-ish stitch.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like knit 3, purl 3, knit 3, purl 3, knit 4, purl 4, knit 4.
Yeah.
purl
See, if you're
3.
getting like 4-stitch stretches,
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be enough.
It's a bridge too far.
Yeah. I think you're going to end up with quitters if you just go like that.
Nobody likes a quitter.
Nobody likes a quitter.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think y'all might have convinced me,
Woohoo.
but tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's when I'll probably get to it. So we'll
And you'll see what
We'll
Instagram
see what-
says.
Yeah, we'll see what Instagram says. I trust y'all more than Instagram, though.
I appreciate that.
So, and the last thing I wanted to share was in March, they are having the Carolina Fiber Fest, which is similar to SAF that a lot of us went to, and but smaller. And I'm going to that. One of the things that they do at the CFF is have a pattern, a knit and a crochet pattern that is like for the event, and it's free until the event, until a few weeks after the event, and then the designer usually sells it. So last week I knitted up the knit pattern, and it's called Caswell's 4 Points Cowl, and
That's
it's like a little rectangle. You can kind of
Ooh.
see like the green and the gray that makes a rectangle, and then on the back it's like
Oh.
that. And it was fun, and it'll go around my neck and look all sexy and everything. And it was very, very fiddly to start with, but once I got going, it was great, and it knitted up very quickly in less than a week. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited to have it off the needles. And the yarn is from Anzula, and it's called Dottie, and it's tweedy yarn, which I love tweed yarn. I will almost always buy tweed yarn when I see it at the store. And so I did. I went to the yarn shop to go talk to the owner about something. I had no intention of buying yarn when I went to the yarn shop.
Uh-huh.
And she showed me the tweed yarn, and I came home with the skein. This was just before Christmas. Came home with a skein with no idea what I was going to do with it. And then I saw the pattern. I said, "Oh, I got the green one." And I said, "Oh, this one takes 2 colors. I bet the cowl will look cool with tweed." So I called Amanda up and said, "Are y'all open today?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll be there in 20 minutes." And I was, and I got the other color. And then like 3 days later, I finished knitting it. So
I love how it went from a week to like 3 days of knitting this thing up.
it's within a week.
Uh-huh.
3 days
Uh-huh.
is a week.
Yeah.
What week structure are you working from?
A very weak structure.
Gregorian.
Yeah, I walked into that one.
Nice.
Face first, just wham.
Yep. My mom wants me to tell you about the socks I made for her.
The
Yes,
red and
do.
black
The
ones.
red and black ones. So I actually use these as samples. Not samples, but I use them in a class that I was teaching at my local yarn shop on knitting socks 2 at a time. And I just used, it was a very basic acrylic. I don't think it was a Red Heart. It was another brand, but it was an acrylic. And it was a color shifting one that went from red to black to red to black. And so I started at 2 opposite ends of the ball. And so she ended up with inverse matching socks. But it worked out nicely because that meant that one sock was the toe was black and the other was red. So I was working with 2 different color yarns so that the students could see sock 1 is with the black yarn, sock 2 is with the red yarn, and you can see where I'm switching yarns and not knitting the 2 together. So it was very handy.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And yeah, so her
As you
socks-
intended the whole time.
Yes. Well, that one was intentional, but I knew that I was using the sizing from my mom's feet, so I knew that they were going to her. So it was going to be okay that they were siblings and not twins.
Is that how you do the 2 socks at once thing? If you're using one ball, you pull from the 2 different sides?
Yep. Usually I do it from a cake that I've made up myself, and I pull one from the inside, one from the outside. Yep.
A cake like this, inside and
cake.
outside.
Mm.
I love cake.
Cake.
I was thinking about making cheesecake today. It's not too late. I still might.
You could do it.
Because I mean,
It's
I'm
never
3
too
hours.
late for
I'm 3 hours.
cheesecake.
I'm 3 hours ahead of y'all. It's not even quite dinner time here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, ahead of everyone except me, obviously.
Okay.
He's like, I just had pizza. So
Did not.
What a
I'm
day.
having teriyaki tonight.
okay.
Oh
That's
no.
my second guess.
We have
Was
a
it?
friend coming back into the waiting room, so
Oh.
I'm going to put us to our break screen for just a moment so that you don't see me reshuffling everyone. So please hold for just a moment. Okay, look, we have a hollow. Yay!
We're all in this together.
And we're all in the right places. That took a moment of shuffling, and really, I hate watching streams where there's things moving around. I don't like watching that, so it's easier just go to the break real quick. But
I
hey,
understand. I am also a perfectionist.
Yep.
It's almost like you've done this before, and it's not your first rodeo.
It's almost like you're a professional or something.
What's that?
Someone who gets paid for the things they do.
There. Hi, Hollow. How are you doing?
1,000
That's
yards
that's a
there.
hard question. we should
I feel
start
like
with
that's
hard
a hard
questions.
question for all, yeah.
I am.
Excellent. We like that you are. It is better than not.
I am. And also, I persist.
As do the horrors.
As do the horrors. Yeah. And clearly, I'm still me. So the ship
Oh
of
wait,
Theseus-
you said horrors.
Oh,
not
God, I'm
whores.
so glad. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who heard that.
Hey, look, you know,
You know what?
I mean,
They also
Which is
persist. Give
fine.
me your bag, honey.
I have no problem with this.
I mean,
but-
the amount of times that I was randomly hit on at the
Saf.
at
It's,
SAF,
They-
I mean,
The horrors do persist.
y'all. I mean, look, some of y'all saw it. Some of y'all,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, look, it's not even like me going, "Hey, it's a thing," and I'm just talking shit. I mean, it happened in front of people.
Completely.
Yeah.
You got a marriage
unprovoked.
proposal.
I got a
from
marriage
somebody's
proposal
mom.
from someone's mom at SAF.
Yeah. I feel really bad. Ernest has been asking me if I want to like do things, and it's like right before I'm about to leave town.
Oh.
Aw.
I got a text message. It was like, "Hey, I'm hosting this thing tomorrow. You want to come over?" I was like, driving at 3
All right,
in the
look.
morning.
So for my birthday, which is soonish, I am having. You're leaving town, aren't you,
Of course.
you motherfucker?
That's
See?
okay.
When? Hold on, when?
That's okay. I'll go sleep in DB's room and come be there for your
I have
birthday.
a guest room. You don't even have to sleep in my room.
Let's see here. My
I'll be in the
birthday
guest room.
is in 4 weeks. Let me just double check here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, my birthday is in 4 weeks.
Love those numbers. Keep it up.
Yeah.
I'm not counting currently. It's a fine.
Yeah, and I'm having a Hot Ones birthday. I bought
Oh.
all the sauces. I got the season 22 flight of hot sauce.
Oh wow.
I am cooking a copious amount of wings.
I love when people who like to cook have parties because the
It's
food just is
amazing.
amazing.
I just feel so bad because Ernest is like, "Hey," and then I'm like, "I'm not here."
Hey, look, it's okay. I still have your hoodie
I know.
laundered and folded.
Oh, that's so
You do that?
kind.
It's just being held hostage until you finally go visit your
I
friend.
know, I know.
You need to send proof of life pictures of the hoodie every now and then.
Mocked up and draped over things so you can hear the sad story of the hoodie without DB.
The hoodie needs an Instagram account.
Yes. You know, that thing will go viral and it'll be amazing.
It'll be DB's hoodie.
Gosh. Yeah, I feel so bad because you texted me that and I went, "Oh, I'm driving."
Aw.
Hey, it's whatever. You actually leave and do things. So I am planning to go to a show soon.
Ooh.
To go see an artist, but I'm gonna have to mask the fuck up because I bought tickets and they were a lot. So
Yeah.
Yep.
As someone who did not get COVID in a house full of people full of COVID, I highly recommend masking.
Yeah.
You have superpowers.
Apparently,
Your
my
immune
weak
system is
little immune
insane.
system
I love it.
persists.
Much
And
like
so
the
do
horse.
Yeah.
I mean, hiding in your room is a viable strategy for avoiding the Rona.
No, my parents hid in their rooms, and I took over the downstairs of the house
I tried to get my
where the food
parents.
is.
Yes.
I tried to get my parents to do that when I had the Rona, but Mom kept coming in and checking on me. I was like, "Bitch, get out!" Like, thank you. I love you. Leave me alone. I just want to sleep.
thank you. I love you. Get the fuck out. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then everybody in the house got the Rona. So
Yep.
Did you do a thing with your hair, Ren?
I did. I dyed it red and cut it.
Okay. So I'm like, wait a minute, something's
Something
different
different.
here.
Yeah, I've been doing a thing with my hairdresser where we use a toner, so it
Ooh,
fades
yeah.
out as my hair is growing out. So it starts off with this really rich red, and then it's gonna fade out over the next 3 months before I go back in because I can only afford to go see the hairstylist about once every 3 months.
Yeah.
fair
I mean,
enough.
for the sake of your hair, I mean, you should only afford to go to the hairstylist every 3 months.
Yeah.
Don't want to burn it out.
No.
I wear
Well, and-
hats.
That's hard to do. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What?
I feel numbers.
thought I might have lost a stitch, so things slid rather faster than I was expecting them to.
Mm.
Oops.
Row counter on your watch fixes all problems.
Oh, I do love my row counter. Although with the latest update of my watch, my row counter won't stay up anymore, so I have to open it every time I want to count a row. And
Oh.
that
Weird.
really
That's what
defeats the
she
purpose.
Are you one of those Apple people?
Yes.
Well, there it is. Apple fucking you over.
Well, it was one of those. I was using a non-brand of a slidey phone. It was an intermediate between a smartphone and a dumb phone. But it
Oh,
was,
yeah.
it was
I
one
had-
that
I
like,
had one of
slid up
those.
and had a little keyboard. And
I had one
Yes.
of those. Mine was red.
I loved it.
Mine
And-
smelled of dental floss.
Oh.
That's
Like the
a-
keyboard had this faint mint smell to it.
I was like, okay, good. New dental floss, not.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just
Okay.
very like the ghost of mint. It was
Uh-huh.
very bizarre.
Huh.
Interesting.
I have never had mint dental floss ever.
Oh,
Ever?
that's all my dentist gives me.
I always buy the thicker Dento tape, so
Oh.
I've never had minty dental floss.
My dentist gives
When I
me a
was at
goodie
the
bag.
pediatric dentist, they gave me berry flavored sometimes. And that was good.
Yeah, I've always had the Dento tape, even as a kid.
Oh,
I'm unfamiliar with this.
but
It's just thick floss.
when I was switching from my semi-smartphone to a real smartphone, I wasn't sure. I was debating going Android, but then my dad got an iPhone and said, "You're getting an iPhone because I need tech support." And I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I only want to learn one thing," so I went iPhone so I could be tech support.
I'm like the only Android user in one of my circle of friends. It's hysterical.
You break all
Oh
the
yeah.
group chats with your green text
I
boxes.
really do.
It's also just like
But in return, we get the so and so loved an image.
Yeah.
So and so liked an image.
Yeah. I think that my problem with Apple, besides it, just being
being Apple.
Apple, is that it traps you in their ecosystem, and once
Yeah.
you have Apple, it's so hard to leave.
Yeah.
But why would you
Hotel
want
California
to leave
of
the
tech
beautiful?
companies.
Yeah.
Why did you repeat yourself there, E? California is a tech company.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure Gavin Newsom's a robot.
Probably.
Wouldn't surprise me.
E, have you been knitting stuff?
Yes, now that I'm done eating teriyaki chicken.
It
Yes,
sounds delicious, by the way.
it is. It's a local joint.
Ooh, even better.
Hungry.
So I have part of a hat
Ooh,
Oh,
stripey,
yarn.
I like that.
Ooh.
that I made myself
Yay!
on the oops, that's a stick, that's not part of it. On the little spindle that
Yay!
Danny gifted me during SAF. So all of this wool is from Dreamweaver Fiber Arts. From when we went to SAF, she had like an antique cradle full of just poofs of wool,
Yeah.
and that was fun because you could go pick what you wanted. But I did not have enough to finish the hat,
Aw.
so I ordered some more, and it came in this lovely vacuum packed package
Oh, I love that!
from
It's so
Mohair and
flat.
More on Etsy, and I'm excited.
Yay!
Yes, the mixed top and roving bag 4 ounce.
Ooh.
How is the spinning going?
It is not currently because while I was waiting for this to show up, I did other things.
That's fair.
I crocheted a small Ted Lasso amigurumi
Yay!
for a very special baby who was born on Sunday.
Aww.
So if you are so inclined, please send good wishes to baby Teddy. He is currently in the NICU. He is doing well,
Good.
but please send
But
good
NICU,
wishes to
yeah.
baby Teddy. Yep. After his parents have opened the gift, I'll post on social media so you can see it because they follow me on there and I wanted it to be a
Oh, yeah.
surprise.
For sure.
But my crowning achievement are these gay socks.
Okay.
It's so stripy.
So gay.
These are Knit Circus Greatest of Ease in the colorway Rainbow Road.
Love it.
I wasn't initially going to purchase this, but then Greg purchased his at the Knit Circus stall at SAF, and I was like, I also want rainbow socks.
And mine was in the Love is Love colorway, also a rainbow, a different rainbow.
Yeah, this one is like neon.
Yes,
It's
it's
hard
so
to
bright.
see like on the camera, but it is like, wow,
Right. Mine's like an
Um,
old man rainbow, so I mean
that's
it's
perfect.
Appropriate.
Because you are an old man, yes.
that's right.
The pattern is Simply Striped Socks by Kelly Hobart. I did make a couple of small changes. I bit the bullet and bought the Fish Lips Kiss heel because it called for an afterthought heel, and I was like, damn, I don't want it to like be different color from the rest of it,
Right.
and I didn't know how to do it otherwise. So I did that, and it was way easier than I thought it was going to be, and I have a new heel that I like to do.
Yay!
And then I did a little bit of 2x2 ribbing at the top as we were discussing, so it will hold on better. It does fit my leg. It's a little tight at the top because I have meaty calves, and but it'll work because that'll hold it up better.
Exactly.
And do you have both of the socks or just the one there? Okay, almost there. Yeah.
Working on the first one.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, when you finish them, go enter them on the Ravelry group and try to win $100
I
too.
will. I will.
I mean, I shouldn't tell you that because I'm going to be entering again, and but no.
Can you win twice?
Yeah, Patty Joy said that several people have already won twice. So
Oh,
she
nice.
told, because I thanked her for the prize, and she said, and I said, I'm working on some others. She says, well, when you finish the other ones, enter them. Several people have already won twice. There's no limit to how many you can win. If you finish more than one pair of socks in a given month, you can enter multiple times in the same month.
Nice.
What a kind person she is.
She is a very kind person, indeed.
I also learned how to do the Turkish cast on. The pattern called for Judy. And I looked on YouTube and I said, what the actual
Hollow
hell
got here
is
just in
this?
time.
And so I found this lovely little German man called Norman who showed how to do the Turkish cast on. And I don't know why anyone would ever do Judy's.
I know, right? The Turkish
Because
is so
Judy's
easy.
apparently leaves like a lump in it. And I'm like, that sounds like sensory hell.
Yeah.
But
All right.
the other
I'm gonna
one
defend
is just
Judy.
fine.
Uh-oh.
Well, why though? Why are we defending Judy?
Okay. Well, so
This
one.
is a Judy hate podcast.
That's
You'll have to
fine.
leave.
Obviously, okay, fine.
Hey.
Obviously, I need to try the Turkish cast on. I've never done it, so I can't speak about it or compare. But I don't get the lump. I do know that people do get the lump with Judy. I don't get the lump because I don't start with a slip knot. I just cross my yarn on it without putting a slip knot on it, and then it works out and it comes out just fine.
So
And
you're
that's not
can be
Judy.
done.
So you're cheating.
You're modifying Judy, but you know what I got for Judy? 1, 2.
These hands are rated E for everyone, or J for just Judy.
So the tutorial I saw on the inside, it had like a pearl row almost, but it was like thicker than the rest of it.
I'll
We're
pull
gonna
my.
see the
I'll pull
inside
my-
of Greg's
pull-
socks now.
Yes,
Greg-
Scandalous.
Greg just really, really likes like the seam to rub up against his big toe like
Oh,
a weirdo.
Oh, that just
No, I mean, you can maybe see it.
Yeah,
It
this has
does-
nothing,
It does have a
my
little bit of
dude.
an indentation. Yeah.
yeah, that the Turkish
Nothing.
has no
Not a damn thing.
no row.
All
right.
right. All right, Greg, come clean. What's Judy paying you?
Where's her
She's
house?
paid-
We need to know for reasons.
What's her address? Dox her
paying
right
me
now.
And I learned how to do it, and I'm too lazy to learn something else. But
I
I-
will
feeling.
post Norman's little tutorial in the chat. He's a very soft-spoken German man, and
like that.
it's
Soft-spoken
lovely to
German man.
watch him teach.
I will try Norm's version of the Turkish. I'll try the German Norm's Turkish cast on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
With
and
my
I
next
learned how to
pair.
do magic loop.
Yay!
Hey,
We're learning everything for this.
Yes.
I love it. I'm so excited when my friends learn new things. It makes me happy.
Well, I thought it was like wizardry, but then
it is.
Norman was showing me how to do the Turkish cast on. I'm like, oh, that's it? That's magic loop? Okay.
I don't believe this. I think it's still fucking witchcraft.
Maybe DB
Oh, it's
doesn't
straight
need to
up
learn
witchcraft.
from me. DB needs to learn from Norman.
An old German man who knits. That's a wizard. Das Wizard.
That's wizard.
Let's visit.
Oh fuck! Did I do my lesson today? Hold up.
You
Is
were
the
on a
owl
14-day
gonna come?
streak. You were on a 14-day streak, and I high-fived you.
But
It was a good job.
The owl's gonna come for you, DB.
speaking of wizards,
Oh, I did it. I gooed.
Does anyone else have anything knitting-wise they want to talk about, or should we go get ready to
Listen.
visit the magic
I'm
school?
knitting a new pot holder because I still have leftover yarn,
Yay!
red
Oh,
yarn,
yeah.
so I'm trying to get rid of it.
Awesome.
I am just trying to get through this blanket before Danny starts hers and finishes it in the same time frame.
You'll finish before me. probably.
Yeah, I'm planning to do a visit to my local yarn shop in the next couple of days, probably, because I have a niece and a nephew on the way, and I want to be that relative who makes baby blankets.
Wait, there's
I-
another one now?
Yes, my sister is having a little boy. My sister-in-law is having a little girl.
Ah, okay. I was like, when did this child turn into twins?
No, it just happens that my brother and sister are both having kids at very close to the same time.
Weird.
Okay, then.
Yep.
I found a new yarn store.
Ew.
Yes, during the Christmas holiday.
Ooh.
It's in my area, and apparently they were on the news the other day. Not for anything bad.
That's good.
She was just showing off her yarn stuff.
Okay, you don't want to have a fucking triple yarn aside or something over there, you know? Like,
Look, us knitters, we get a little violent when things happen.
This
Someone was
woman,
hurt. They're
I
hanging
thought-
on by a thread.
I thought this woman was just very angry, but she invited us in. She wasn't open. She was just like, "Oh, you could come look around if you want." And I was like, "Oh, she has really bad resting bitch face." And I found that out because I watched the news and she still had that same look on her face, and I went, "Okay, it wasn't us."
All right, good.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh." But yeah, cute little shop.
that's
Over.
always a great word. Oh, it's not me, it's your face.
Yes, yes.
I am avoiding my local yarn shop mostly because if I go, I'll buy more yarn and I need to save money for dog surgery. So,
My local yarn shop is walkable, so it's dangerous.
oh, that is dangerous.
Oh, that is very dangerous.
Mine is not walkable. I think this is the closest one to me, actually, which is kind of nice, but it is a little bit of a drive. Not
Nice.
terrible. I don't want to like tell people where it is
Yeah.
because
Right,
then it's
yeah.
like.
The one that I
Um,
found is technically walkable. It's just a long walk.
I mean, anything is technically walkable.
Anything's
Depends.
walkable
Depends
if
on
you're
how on,
stationary.
on whether there's surface roads or if it's all freeways.
Yes, but also still walkable.
I mean, technically, but I'm not walking on the side of the freeway. Have you seen California drivers?
I don't have to. I've seen Ohio drivers.
I mean, I've tried to drive in LA, and that was a mistake.
San
Yeah,
Francisco drivers and the Bay Area drivers are every bit as bad, especially because it's been raining lately.
Oh, and they don't know how
No.
to drive in the rain.
You
No
don't
one
know
knows
what
how to drive in the
Water
rain.
from the sky is.
Mhm.
So fun fact, there was ice in Georgia, and my girlfriend was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to work today because there's ice," and I went,
Yeah, if there's ice here, you don't go. I was very sad that it had not rained here lately because it was below freezing this morning, and if it had rained lately, I wouldn't have to go to work. But it was dry.
Reminds me of
so-
that episode of King of the Hill where everybody freaks out like when the big old snow clump comes down. Somebody said, "There's ash. Look, there must be a volcano."
"I'm just like, oh, go ahead."
Okay. Well, the last thing I wanted to do before we head to our break is set up another giveaway. So we
Oh,
have
that's pretty.
yarn from Pearl's Yarn Emporium. This is the adventure yarn line in the color
Yay.
Fireball.
I love them. If we're
And-
completely honest, they were
I didn't
so
ask
nice.
how big the skein was. I said I could ask Fireball.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna take a nice picture of this and put it in our Discord. Swing past our Discord, and there is a channel called, I think, Giveaways. Real simple.
is.
And I want you to give me your best fireball-ish pun. And if you need to steal ease, if that's as good as you can get as stealing someone else's work, I understand. Sometimes that's just what you got.
I'm
Not
not
all of us are
eligible,
punny.
am I?
None of us are eligible,
No,
are
no.
we? Damn. We'll just go have to buy our
I'm-
own fireball.
I'm not eligible, but I will I will go in there and tell you my favorite time that my light domain cleric cast a fireball.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
Yes, please.
Just tell us something about Fireball. Whether it's a pun or favorite time casting it. Something about
Or-
Fireball.
A drink.
Your
or
favorite
have-
incident
a
after
hard
consuming
candy.
Fireball.
Now I'm thinking
Ooh,
about
I grew up on those hard candies.
now I'm thinking about
Ooh.
Crits and Knits AU where Erasmus actually like did become a wizard.
Oh God.
That'd be awful.
Oh
That'd
dear.
be amazing.
I'd pay extra for that.
I would too.
That is a patron episode if I ever heard of one.
Oh, oh
Where
goodness.
we all became wizards.
Isolt is your stereotypical grumpy wizard in the tower.
100%.
You know Nolitha is a necromancer.
She is.
All right. Well,
Erasmus is like an evocation wizard, and he's like, haha, he's definitely the guy that said, I didn't ask. Fireball.
yeah,
I think Isolt would probably be like a chronomancer.
I like it. All right. Well, we're going to take a brief break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so to start on our adventure. So please hang around or come back. We will see you shortly. Hello, and welcome back to episode 29 of Crits and Knits. It's been a little bit, but we need to have
Just
a
a bit.
recap. Who remembers what happened last time? Oh, goodness.
I knew where she was going, and I am not.
No.
I
We-
kinda do.
We're vibing, chilling out, maxing all cool, shooting some b-ball outside. No. So.
Erasmus had a hella dad moment.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, we were on the ship. We were on the
Yes.
ferry
The ferry.
going to the school. And Erasmus was hanging out. I was trying to steal from students because I'm
Yep.
an asshole.
No, Nelitha's
that-
an
that would've
asshole.
been-
That's different.
That would have been Kelly the Halfling, beginning of second year, trying to specialize in fire, and her family is builder, is something. Is I can't read it. It begins with a B. Bakers. Bakers. I think her family are
yeah,
bakers.
I think bakers
They
sounds right.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she can use her magic to reheat the stoves.
Yep.
And she was having trouble in her divination class.
Yes. And Erasmus managed to find a set of runestones in the... I don't remember if it was in the bag or in the hole.
I think it was
Mm.
the
But
hole.
it was
The hole.
somewhere you found them.
It was in the hole.
In the hole.
Keep
Of
some
course,
stones in the
everything's
hole.
in the hole.
Everything is in the hole.
Kind of like beads.
But earlier in the episode, we did get the letter that Herder wrote to Hespera, confessing
Yes.
that he wasn't sure that this adventuring thing was really for him. And you did
Yes.
all have breakfast. I apparently made it a note because it was important to know that Owen eats a sugary cereal with milk. And that was what Owen wanted for breakfast.
Okay. I don't
My-
remember this.
My breakfast
It tracks,
note
but-
was about pocket bacon. So
Yes,
That's
there,
because we had pocket bacon for the road.
there was bacon at the omelet bar.
So you had pocket bacon.
Yep.
Owen was just flexing his very low A1C. That's all.
Nelitha put on the hat of disguise and told everyone about the artifact she stole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, revealed a little bit of backstory there. Then you did get onto the ferry. You met that young halfling, Callie. And Erasmus gave her the runestones and helped her out with those. And Isolt slipped her some gold. Because Isolt's a sweetheart like that. And Nelitha did steal the hall pass from the two sleeping guys. And the ferry pulled up to the island. And you got off. And you were greeted by the sight of the Magrona Academy in the distance. The school is a bit of a walk from the ferry. And the whole area is blanketed in fog. And you can see the dark spires of the towers of the school in the distance, silhouetted against a dark, gray, stormy-looking sky. Callie
I also had a note that Erasmus paid off Kelly's tuition.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did go to we did find the bursars or something equivalent to pay off for tuition.
You haven't quite made it there yet, but that is definitely the plan, and we will make sure that happens. Callie had agreed to, asked to walk with you to the school. She offered to show you the way. And as you stepped forward, the fog sort of parted around her. And as you all stepped into the area, it formed sort of a clearing around you, a little bubble in the fog. Callie leads you through the fog towards Magrona Academy. That small clearing stays with you the whole way. But you are surrounded by it. If you look to the right and left, you see fog. Straight ahead of you, you see fog. If you look down, you can see that you are on a path. But everywhere around you is just this gloomy gray mist. And when you look up, the sky is equally as gray and gloomy. But Callie is clearly comfortable walking towards the school. She knows this path well. And she leads you up to a very unimpressive looking building. It's short and squat and gray and fairly nondescript. It's really just sort of a box-shaped building. The fog opens up around it, you can see the entirety of the building, but you still can't see beyond it. Callie turns to look at all of you and gives you a bit of a smile and says, thank you so much for all of your help and everything. It was really lovely to meet you. I hope that you have a great time visiting with your kids. I need to go ahead and get back to my dorm and, get ready for classes and stuff. But this is the office, and they will take care of you here. So, have a nice day. It was lovely meeting you all.
Kelly, just 1 second. Could you just walk me in the office really fast? I just want to take a look at something.
Yeah, sure. And she will walk through the front door of the office with you. And when you step inside, after everything you've heard about the Magrona Academy, what are you expecting to see when you walk into this entry hall?
Marble floors, self-lighting sconces, a bat for every child. Everyone's a necromancer.
This office is not that. If you've seen the movie Office Space, it's got that kind of a feel. It's got linoleum floors. It's got a sort of a metal and wood desk right in the entranceway, and then some cubicles behind it. And there is a woman sitting at the desk, typing something. There's a typewriter in front of her. You don't see these very often, but she is tip-tapping away and looks up when you come in. Oh, yes, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'd just like to settle some accounts as I, pull the gold sack.
Accounts, okay. 1 moment, please. And she reaches under the desk and tugs on something and puts a small slip of paper in front of you with the number 2 on it.
Oh, no.
Please hold for just a moment. Someone will be with you. And there are some wooden chairs lined up along the wall with the door that you came through. And you're welcome to have a seat if you'd like.
Did all of us come in with Erasmus, or are we hanging outside?
This building is the only thing you can see. So you are welcome to come in. You're welcome to wait outside, but there's nothing else visible besides this building. You get the feeling that this is where visitors come in.
Well, Herder followed Erasmus and Kelly in,
Okay.
and took a seat when one was offered.
All right.
I'll go inside, but I'm hanging by the door watching everything. Just listening, watching.
Okay.
Rasmus has thought yep, true evil is here. Look at this office.
It's about 5 minutes of waiting, and Callie's sort of looking nervously around, not quite sure why she's there. But a few moments later, a small elven woman comes out of one of the cubicles and says, "Number 2."
No, go on, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Do.
And this small elven woman leads you back into her cubicle. There's a small desk, a stack of papers. She's got a magic wand on her hip, and she gestures for you to have a seat in the chair across from her. I heard you needed to settle some accounts. What can I help you with today?
Yeah, I would just like to cover the rest of the tuition here for Miss Kelly here.
Oh. All right. 1 moment, please. And she mutters a few words under her breath and taps her wand on the stack of papers beside her, and the top paper goes from being blank to having a bunch of writing on it. And she pulls it out. All right. Well, we have her balance right here. And she slides the paper across to you and says, this is the amount due, and all we need is payment and a signature, and we can consider it paid in full.
That's not too bad. All right. And, just in true adventurer style, just gold.
And normally it would be a bigger deal, but you guys raided that dragon hoard. So the 1,500 gold tuition is a drop in the bucket for you. So You hand over that gold, you sign the form, and Callie's eyes are just wide as saucers.
And I just, as she's like, it's like, this is for like the rest of her time here, like
Yes,
for her remaining years.
This will cover the entirety of her scholarship, assuming, of course, that she passes her class and chooses to stay. But we don't do refunds, so if she chooses not to stay, the money stays
that's
here.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Like
and I would like to put
true
this,
U.S. education.
and I would like to put this on her personal accounts in case she needs anything, books, stuff like that.
Okay, one moment, and she mutters another incantation and taps the pile of papers, fills in the amount of gold that you've put in, and just shoves it across for you to sign. And Callie is just,
There we go.
like, shrinking in her chair. She doesn't know what to make of this. Are you sure about this?
Absolutely sure.
You only just met me.
That's fine. I'm sure you'll do great. And you know what's fine and great? When you don't have to worry about anything. When you ain't got to worry, you do even better.
Can I give you a hug?
Sure.
And she'll give him a hug, like, wrap her arms tight around him. You are amazing. Thank you so much. If you need anything, just, I mean, I'll be here for the next 2 years, hopefully, crossing my fingers. But if not, hold on. And she rummages through her bag and pulls out a scrap of paper and scrawls down, her parents' name, the name of the bakery, and the town where they live.
Maybe I'll come by for a cinnamon roll or something, but what
Yeah.
I need you to do is just do your best.
Oh, absolutely. I will work so hard. I'm going to make you guys so proud. Thank you. Wow. And the elven woman is sitting behind the desk, just looking a little confused, especially with all of this exchange. That this man, who apparently just met this young girl, has paid for her entire education. They don't get a lot of that. There's not a lot of altruism at this particular school.
While this is happening, is there any like symbols on doors that would indicate shit that we have seen before? Sorry to take away from this very touching moment
No,
to do
that's
some
what I got.
investigation.
I got my moment. Just like I paid off her education, I put some money on the books for books, and she can live her life without worry.
Yes.
Also known as Erasmus is providing a diversion. Well,
So-
Nelitha
Well,
is able
Nelitha
to-
can be sneaky and look around.
Are you
I'm
inside the
confused.
building, Nelitha, or outside?
I would have looked on like the doorway first before we entered.
Okay, so give me 2 investigation rolls, one for outside, one for in.
Swear to God, Ginny D, if you fuck me, I'd be very upset.
But would you?
I
though?
mean, depends which character.
Well, we did Gouda. We got so investigation. $25 for the first one,
Okay.
and a nat 20 for the second one. So 27.
Okay. So
The look on E's face.
I'm just waiting for them to slide their glasses
Yeah.
down their nose and give you the glare over them.
Oh, I would give you one of these.
Well,
Even better.
so outside,
I love you too.
Outside, what you notice most is the absolute lack of anything distinguishing on this building. It is gray, probably brick, but it has been smoothed over, so the seams are barely visible. The door frame is painted a dark gray. The door itself was painted a dark gray. It sort of blends in with the sky and the clouds and the fog, and it is the most boring thing you have ever seen in your life.
I am thinking of a very specific building at the college that we went to, E.
Is it the math building?
The science building.
Oh, mm-hmm. Oh, the one that was pink at one point?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yes, this is a very nondescript building. It appears that it has been built specifically to be the most boring thing in existence. Once you get
Okay.
inside, as you are looking with that nat 20, while it looks like equally boring, you can tell that the materials themselves that were used are not poor quality. The floor that looks like linoleum is actually probably ceramic tiles. It's just very nondescript looking. The desk that is very plain is still made of a high quality wood and a good quality metal. The partitions have a faint magical glow to them. Do you have any arcana?
I do. I'm not proficient in it, but I have Arcana.
Go ahead and roll arcana because you investigated so well. You can
Right.
tell there's something magical. Let's see how much you can tell.
Magic. How does a nat 1 do?
You can tell that there's something magical about them.
Does one of us have detect magic? No, I'm gonna slowly saddle up to assault. Can you detect magic?
Let me. Yes.
The partitions. I'm talking very softly and not making too many hand gestures so that they don't notice what I'm doing. They're magic, but I don't know what kind.
All right, I'll have a look. So trying to be a little bit, trying to be subtle about it, like we do the fade in, fade out thing. I'll cast detect magic, and yeah, have a look.
Okay. So, detect magic lets you see where there is magic and lets you get an idea of what school of magic they are, correct?
Yes, for the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay.
Fucking lead.
And it's a sphere, so, up to 3 feet of dirt under me, I can also sense, for whatever that's worth.
Okay.
That's scary in this situation.
Isn't it? Like, I hadn't really thought about that, but it is a sphere of 30 feet around you.
Who knows what's under this fucking building?
So it's stop eating bugs. Sorry. I think it's probably illusion magic that is infused into these partitions. You do notice that when Erasmus and Callie head in to speak with that woman, that you can't hear anything. But there's not a door. It's not like a closed room. It's a cubicle. But once they go into the cubicle, you can't hear anything.
Sort of like a bubble of silence, but very specifically placed.
Yes. And it's less a... They can still hear within the center portion. So it's a very specific magic that is tied to the partitions themselves.
Got it. I'll pass that along to Nelitha. Along with the comment about not being able to hear in there and what I suspect that is about.
Odd.
It's a magic college. I imagine they use magic for everything, really.
No, definitely, but also what's odd about this room? All of this looks like it shouldn't have cost a lot, right?
I suppose.
Very expensive. It's all made to look cheaper than it is.
Oh, is it that like poor chic thing that's going around?
I think it's to make you think that the school is struggling more. That's why they ask for so much money for tuition.
Or
Dope, go ahead.
or maybe they are struggling in a way. And then that raises the question of where all that money's going.
I don't know. It seems rather. We already knew this place was going to be odd, but there is something weird. Are there any doors leading to hallways out of this, or is it literally just this room?
As far as you can see right now, it's just this room and a bunch of cubicles behind that main desk. But there are hallways on either side of the set of cubicles. Like there's space between cubicles and the walls. So there may be something behind the cubicles.
Do we need a distraction so I can go Snoopy Snoopy?
Do you?
I'm trying to find out some information, but I don't trust anybody here.
Reasonable. That is entirely yes, I agree. I'll look over because it's just the secretary who's out here right now, right?
Yes, that is the only other person you can see. And she has resumed typing.
Yeah, but if she's like any good secretary, she's typing, but the moment there's movement in her peripheral vision, her head's up. What kind of distraction do you want, friend?
I don't
So
know.
Herder has been like reading Rickle Axeger's third edition Pocket Adventurer, really just kind of pretending to read this and really trying to kind of pay attention to what Nelitha and Assault are saying or whatnot. Sticks the book in his pocket, walks over to the secretary, says, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh, I am fine, thank you. Can I help you, sir?
I don't know. This is my first visit here. To see visiting my nieces and my nephews, but I don't know exactly where I could find them, and so Herder's going to continue in this kind of conversation to hopefully cause a distraction.
Yeah, I'm
Hope
gonna.
that Assault and Nelitha picked up on what was happening there. So meta like
Okay.
Danny, where I could keep
Yeah.
talking with the secretary, or you could go back to them.
I would like you to roll me a performance check.
I will roll
Hey.
that performance check.
Go, Bard, go.
Go Bard, go! All right. I rolled an 18 plus 11 gives me 29.
Okay. Yeah, she starts she's turned her attention to you and is asking you a little bit more about who exactly you're trying to visit. Do you have the names of these nieces and nephews? You said there's more than one.
Yeah, it's two nieces and one nephew from three different families. So we've got there's Sally and Suzanne and Samuel or Sammy. I haven't seen them in years. Yeah, Sammy
okay.
and Susie and Sally. It's the rock splitters, but it's two different rock splitter families. One from, and then the other one was, they were involved.
Yeah.
They originally the same family, but they don't get along anymore. So that's Sally and Susie and Sammy from it was like Sammy Two Toes. He had an accident in the mine before he came over.
Sammy Two Toes. And
Yeah.
you see her her trying to follow your train of
Herder
thought.
grabs a piece of paper and starts drawing a picture to try to show the parental lineage
Okay.
of the families and how they are connected.
And she's just sitting there trying to figure out, she needs like a name to search for a student, but you're not actually giving her a name, which is fantastic with that 29. So she is distracted. And while you are confusing the heck out of this poor secretary, DB, what is Nelitha going to do?
Nelitha is going to probably like crouch down and slip between the like desks to go to one of the halls.
Yeah, when I see her do that, I will like shift to like because we're not dissimilar in height, so I'll like give her some cover with my body as I shift so that she can duck and cover much easier.
All right, so Nelitha, I need you to give me a stealth with advantage because of Isolt's help.
Gotcha, boo.
Stealth with Assault's help. Hey, that would be a unnatural 20,
Okay.
which means I rolled
You'd
low.
roll very low.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you still do manage to get just past the secretary's line of sight without her noticing you moving. What is your passive perception?
26.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
And
I love these numbers.
how much magic do you have? I know you've got a little bit of skill in Arcana, but do you do magic?
I have a spell. I have two. I have 2 spells.
One spell from being an elf.
Okay.
I have 2 spells. I have Firebolt
Of course you do.
and I have Misty Step. Because
Of course you do.
Fey transportation.
So, how do I want to do this? Because you have
God.
such a high passive perception,
Mm-hmm.
you notice just a slight irregularity in the wall to your left as you are walking. It's just slightly ahead of you, and you notice something that doesn't seem quite right.
Can I like try and touch it?
You touch it.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me think. I'm scared. Can I see anything like if I'm just watching it, does it look like anything's like moving in it or
You are not magical enough to really notice anything other than something seems not right.
Go with the
Or
spirit of
different?
Erasmus. Break through the wall.
can I toss like a little ball bearing at it?
Okay, yes.
Just a small one. Well, is there a place where I could hide while I do this in case something comes out of the wall?
You are in a hallway. There is nothing.
No ficus trees.
No children.
Nope.
I'll tuck behind a child. I don't give a shit.
I know you don't.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of roll it like a marble towards the wall to see
Okay.
what happens.
As it reaches that point of the wall,
Mm-hmm.
there is a bright flash of light
Mm-hmm.
and a low hum begins. Greg,
Oh no!
as Herder is trying to explain Sally and Susie and Sammy, maybe Stoutfinger, maybe Two Toes, there is suddenly a flash of light and this really irritating hum that you can hear. In fact, everyone hears it, except Erasmus, who is still in the office with Callie. But the rest of you all hear it, and as you look up, you can see this bright beam of light down one of the hallways. And the secretary huffs a sigh, says, "Excuse me, please wait here," and hurries off.
What the
around
sweet
the
hell
corner.
is that? What is that?
Is there any way for me to like shift back into the office and hide behind something real quick?
There is nothing to hide behind.
Even in the office?
Like a cube?
There's you're walking between a wall, the outside wall, and a set of cubes. But the cubes and
It's like-
the doors of the openings of the cubes are towards the front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not like a side door.
Is there any like way to like? Is there like a corner I can duck around with one of the cubes?
You can keep going forward and go around the whole thing.
I think I have to. Like
All
at
right.
this point.
Run, girl, run.
Yeah, because I've given away my position.
Okay.
With a literal beam of light.
Yeah.
So you are running. Okay. So you run past this beam of light that has lit up, and you're heading down the hallway. At the end of the hall, you can either turn around and go back, or you can turn to your right.
Let me ask, how far away is Herder from the wall on the opposite side?
You're probably halfway across the building. So
What the
her
fuck
desk
was
is right
I
in the center.
doing?
So
I
it's-
literally could have. God damn it! I'm so fucking dumb. Whatever. You know what?
Been hanging
We've
around
made our
Erasmus
choices.
too much.
Yes.
All right.
Chaos.
So as the secretary leaves, Herder goes the other direction and touches the wall.
Okay. As you go the other direction, and you get, I assume you're like running your hand on the wall as you walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you get about halfway down that hall, another light goes up, and a hum starts.
All right, and then I immediately go back to the front desk.
The secretary, you know what? Roll me a deception.
All right. That is an 11 plus 8 is 19.
Okay. Let me just roll for the secretary here. All right. Before she gets just to the corner, the other one goes off, and you're able to get close enough to her desk that she doesn't notice that you are the one who went around the other way. She just throws her hands up. "It's on the fritz." Just a moment, and she goes over to her desk, pulls open a drawer, grabs out a sending zone. And says, "We've got some problems in the front building. The security alarms are just going off. I see no one." And Nelitha, around that back corner, you see. So there are 4 cubicles in the front, and there are 4 cubicles that open towards the back. And in the center of that long back wall, there is a door.
I'm gonna go towards that door.
Okay. You're able to go to the door. It is not locked from the inside.
Oh.
And as you step out, instead of the gray, foggy, cloudy miserableness, you step onto this beautiful cobblestone path in the middle of a lush green courtyard. The sun is shining. Everything is bright and polished and just exactly what you expected this place to be.
Right.
A bat for every child.
Yes.
So, is there a place for me to duck behind something right now?
This courtyard has statues and benches and trees and bushes. It's got students, it's got professors, it's got people lounging on the lawn.
Right.
Right,
Need
playing
to-
Wonderwall on the lute.
Trying to find a place that I can do a thing at
Okay.
that I wouldn't be noticed.
What do we usually roll to hide? Stealth?
Yes.
Roll me a
Stealth.
stealth. Let's see.
Okay.
I know it's a silly question.
74.
Um,
It's that moment where people ask Bradley Mulligan,
27.
you know that we
Yes.
roll 20-sided dice, right?
Okay, you are able to find. Are you looking for a place that's got you hidden from all directions, or just from the administrative building there?
all directions. As many directions as possible. If I could find a place where it looks like no one could see me easily, or if no one's paying attention to a certain spot, that's where I'm going to
Okay.
duck to.
You find this corner where there's a decorative hedge that's sort of forming an L shape, and in the corner of that there's this topiary, very fancily trimmed plant, but there's a bit of a gap, so you can duck behind the pot
Okay,
into the little corner there.
perfect. That's what I do. I will use my hat of disguise, and I'm going to make myself look like a student. Because
Okay.
I've seen enough students now to know what they dress like.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm gonna kind of walk around like I belong there.
All right. Back inside the administrative building.
We really need like earrings of like speaking stones or
That
some
would be
shit.
super helpful for you
It
guys.
really would.
It really would.
I wonder
Our
what Owen is
communication is
doing.
A plus. It's fine.
Erasmus, you and Callie finish up with the financial department, and Callie looks at you and says, is it okay if I give him a tour? I mean, he's paid for my education. He should be able to see the place, right? And the elven woman sighs. We don't generally like outsiders, but that is a reasonable request. And she reaches into her desk and pulls out this lanyard.
Should have waited.
And the lanyard has this large plaque on it that says visitor. And hands it to you, Erasmus, and says, just make sure you're wearing this at all times. I mean, I don't think anyone would mistake you for a student. Most of our students are somewhat less
I just gotta give her
distinguished than you. And our professors tend to dress a little bit differently. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you at all, sir. You just don't look like a wizard. And these folks tend to be traditional in their garb. But please do wear your visitor sign.
So I'd like a little clarification. Is this the secretary talking to
No, this is
Erasmus,
the
or is
financial.
the financial lady? Okay.
Is it okay? He came with a couple of people. They're actually here to visit their grandkids. But can we get all of them? There were 5 of you?
Yeah, we're a bit of a family. Found family, but you know. It's...
The advisor sighs. All right. And she mutters another incantation and taps the pile of papers, and writing appears on the paper, and she pushes it towards Erasmus and says, if you will please write the names of your party, just so
Sure,
that
let's
we
see
have a
here.
record of who is here. And
Let's see here.
these visitor passes are good for the day, but we will require them back at the end of the night. If you do not return them, they do have... we'll just say that we can find you.
So here we got Humble Bumble Stone Tome. And so we got Crankshaft McGee.
Crankshaft McGee. Is that an artificer?
He sees something like that, yeah.
All right.
And see, we got Alyssa Gleeman Scale. And
Don't forget like Betty Birdbone.
and we got see here. We got Aviary Hollow Step. There we go.
All right. And she will pass over 4 more lanyards and say, please just make sure you return these by sundown. We prefer to have all visitors gone by that time.
Yeah,
You will need to exit
absolutely.
through this building anyway. We will be watching for you. Enjoy your stay.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, if you want to come with me.
Yeah,
And-
sure. I just kind of like walk out and just like kind of look, Humble Bumble, come on. As I like look knowingly at the dwarf.
Thanks, brother. Here I come.
All right. And so you pass out the lanyards to the 3 that are there.
They must be using the bathroom. Some things come around with age. You don't
Should-
understand, but you'll understand yet.
Should we wait?
Let me check my spell list. Should I wait?
Cast Fireball.
Man, if Eldritch Knights got fireballs, that'd be so great.
That would be terrifying.
Oh, yeah, that could be a problem. It's fine.
Did we all just go silent at the same
Yep.
time?
I
Okay.
think we
Yes.
did. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Humble Bumble, could you get on the horn? Let everybody know. Stop. To wrap it up. Yeah, need to get going here. Got ourselves a little tour.
All right. I'll look to the receptionist and ask, which way was the restrooms?
They're just over here, and she points towards the wall that you had touched. And instead of being a cubicle at the end, it's a closed-in room.
All right. Well, Herder walks over there and like knocks on the door. Hey, aviary, come on out. And the door swings open when he does that because no one's in there. He's like, oh, she's not here. I don't know where else she might have gone. I'm sure we'll run into her at some point. That's fine. Well, we could just head on. Callie, just go ahead and take us. I'm sure we'll run into her.
But okay.
She's an odd duck. It's fine.
The secretary is giving you a look, but she doesn't recall seeing anyone else.
Yeah.
So she's just going to let you guys go. So Callie leads you down the hallway, around behind the building, like behind the set of cubicles, and out the back door, and you also step out into this bright, lush landscape. The buildings
the
are
sweet hell
gleaming
just
white
happened?
stone. Oh, right, it's the school's illusion. Once you get through the administrative building, this is what it really looks like. The rest of it is kind of for show. It's to keep people out. Have you not been here to see your kids?
Not yet. They
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know some families have like weird stuff, and I'm so sorry. I won't mention it. But yeah, this is what the school looks like when you are when you're on the inside.
Erasmus makes note to himself that security at Magrona is shit.
I mean, most security is shit when dealing with a rogue of 12th level.
Yeah.
In fairness.
Oh, I'm not talking about the rogue of 12th level. I'm talking about how we bumbled our way in here.
Well, I mean,
we
when you
good.
spend 1,500 gold to pay off a girl's education, it tends to smooth a lot of
Yeah,
problems.
you did give them a lot of money because you also dropped about another 500 for books and incidentals, which is far more than she's probably going to need.
Well, but she's got to be taken care of, you know?
And she absolutely will be.
This is Erasmus's new kid. He's finally got a kid. Here it is.
And she is happy to have a bonus daddy. That sounded
Ew!
weird.
Ew!
Whoa.
Who
Damn.
wouldn't be happy with that?
I wouldn't be happy with that.
Danny, honey, I am begging you to think about what you say before it comes out of your mouth.
Danny, honey, I am
Impossible.
begging you not to think about what you say before it comes out of your mouth.
Do I see them come through the door?
Yes, you do. I assume you're watching for them. Yes.
Are you?
All that
Or she's got
bullshit.
high
We
enough-
just walked
High
on
enough
in.
passive perception.
Right, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
With,
It's
with
like,
that passive perception, I'm assuming that you're watching for them, even if you're doing other things.
yeah.
You're being aware of it. So yes, you'll see them come
Yeah.
through the door with their visitor passes nice and prominently displayed.
All that bullshit. We just walked right in.
I was going to make it easy on you, but no, Nelitha had to go be Nelitha.
Nelitha did have to go be Nelitha. I'm gonna go saddle up next to Assault as this child.
Look at her. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh, look, it's Sammy. It's my niece.
Oh,
Callie-
oh, that's
Callie,
lovely.
have you met my niece Sammy
I
yet?
haven't. Hi, I'm Kelly. It's so nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too.
Your uncle is fantastic, and his friends, especially this guy, Mr. Erasmus, he is amazing.
Oh, is he?
He is.
We are digging a pit of lies.
I am amazing.
Sammy, it's so good to see you. And Herder goes and gives Sammy and Nelitha a big hug.
No, Sammy backs the fuck up because
Oh.
if you touch her, it won't be the same.
All right. Herder said, "All right, we'll catch up later."
Yeah. What?
He embarrasses easily. That's all right.
It's just been so long, Sammy. I've really missed you.
I understand.
Don't want to embarrass her in front of her college friends. She's different now.
I mean, some people change when they go to school. It's okay.
I mean, you were a toddler last time I saw you, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, you're like a stranger to me if that's
Yeah.
the case.
Well, your mom's told me so much about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've known you my whole life.
I really wish Mom
Your
would
whole
stop
life,
talking
anyway.
about me.
What really
Those
matters is that we
embarrassing
are,
letters.
what's really important is that we're inside of Magrona, and we're here, and we're gonna have a good time in Magrona.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to come see my room? I'll show you where I stay. And oh, I'm gonna be able to decorate my room now. Oh, I can get new blankets. I only had what I brought from home, and it wasn't a whole lot because my siblings still needed all their bedding and stuff, and we shared a bed, me and my sister. So, and she gives you another hug, Erasmus. And okay, yeah, come on, I want to show you my room.
And Isolde contemplates hiding more money in her bag because she's just like, oh my god.
Jesus.
So, she's going to lead you across the central courtyard to one of the tall spires, in sort of the back left corner.
Are there like signs for where different things are in this building?
There are a lot of signs with names on them, giving you the names of various halls, but nothing that says like divination or
No, I'm looking for like headmaster's office.
You don't see anything like that out on the outside of buildings.
Okay. Kaylee?
Callie.
Hallie. I'm dreadfully bad at remembering where things are. Could you remind me where the headmaster's office is?
Oh, that's in the second administrative block of buildings. That was excuse me. That is the Brixador Hall.
Brixador, thank you. Gonna give Assault a look and just like, and we'll start wandering back that direction.
Yeah, I can't think of a way to excuse going with her. Boy, we need sending stones.
And of course, Sammy's uncle's coming along too.
Okay, so Sammy's uncle is going with Sammy.
Sticking with Sammy. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
That works. I should have said mother and ran up to fucking Assault, but
Mother,
all right.
that would have been funny as hell.
So we're splitting the party then. Owen, are you tagging along? Which group are you going with?
Yeah, Crankshaft, where you going?
Crankshaft is gonna stick with his friend Erasmus, I think.
Okay. All right. So Nelitha, Sammy, and Herder are heading off to Brixador Hall. The other three of you are going with Callie to the student dorms. And you get there.
So Assault is with Callie and Crankshaft and Erasmus.
Or
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a way to excuse going unless I said that I was, also
Related.
aunt.
Married to Herder.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Different aunt.
It's an extended
On the other
family.
side of the family.
I mean, this whole situation's all fucked up. We could have said anything.
And Callie, blinded by gratitude, would have believed anything we said.
Yep. But in the meantime, she does lead you to the student dorms. And these are... it's a very tall tower. And as you walk into the main doors,
Living in a tower, gotta start 'em early.
the main floor of the tower looks to be very much common rooms. There's a library type room, although it looks like it's probably not like the main library. It is just a room that has a bunch of books, but more importantly, some tables and chairs to sit and study, so that you don't have to sit and study in your room. But you don't have to go to one of the classrooms or the big library if it's late at night. There's also a dining hall on that main floor. So you can, have your various meals. And Callie starts to walk past it and says, "Oh, wait. Oh, do you guys want something to eat? I have credits now. We can get a snack. Oh, I don't have to save my food credits." And she gives Erasmus another hug.
Oh my god, poor child.
I mean, I wasn't going hungry or anything. It's just, sometimes it's nice to be able to grab a snack, and now I can, and it's fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic. Do you guys want anything?
Oh no, I got some. The doctor wants me to cut back, so
Oh.
I'm fine.
Okay.
On that fucking plate.
Well, come on this way. And she leads you to the end of the hall, and it seems to be at the back of the building, and there's this circular space. And she sort of waves you all over, so you're standing in the center of this circle that's on the floor. And then she pulls out her wand and mutters an incantation and taps the floor. And the floor begins to rise. And it goes up and up and up, and you're seeing different archways going past you until it gets to the 12th floor.
Oh, Jesus.
And then it stops. And she steps out and motions for you to follow. And this is very clearly a dormitory area. Down this one main hall, there are probably a dozen doors, 6 on each side. And she takes you down to the far end of the hall, mutters an incantation, taps the door, and it swings open. And it's a very small room. There's enough space for a bed and a desk and a small set of shelves. And this room is very bare. Like there's a sack of parchment and an ink pot and quill on the desk. There are what look to be textbooks filling the shelves. The bed has a small pillow, a fairly thin looking blanket, and a small stuffed rabbit resting up against the pillow. And you can see just barely under the bed the edge, the handle of a suitcase. And there's a trunk at the foot of the bed. And that's it. There's nothing on any of the walls. There's no decoration. It's a very plain room. It looks almost as if she just moved in, although she's clearly been there for some time. Well, this is my room. And it's going to look so much better the next time you come. You'll come visit again, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's going to look so much better the next time because I'll be able to decorate a little bit. But yeah, this is where I am. I'm on the 12th floor. And she walks over to the window. And it's just a fairly small little window. But it does have fancy looking stained glass in it. She turns the knob and pulls it open. I can get some really nice fresh air. There's always a nice breeze up here. But it's not too bad. It doesn't get too cold or too hot. You know, the whole place is temperature controlled, which is great. I mean, you'd expect that in a magic school, right?
How long did it take to get used to the incantations for the disc and the doors? And I'm sure there's... how long did it take you to get used to all that?
So the door is nice because there's a backup. You can use a key. And so when you first get here, you're issued a key so that, you know, if you keep fucking up the door, you can still get into your room, right? The disc, when you're a first year, for the first couple of months, you're not allowed to go up and down on your own. There always has to be a third year student with you just to make sure that you actually get where you're trying to go. So,
But that's inconvenient sometimes.
yeah, but it's part of being a third year. And yeah, it's going to be fine. When it's my turn, I won't have any problems with it because the third year that I had was so nice. They're like your big sister, your big brother, your big sibling. Mine was a really nice centaur, which is fantastic. She's one of the only ones at the school. Fineda, she is, I love her. And she's so sweet to me. And she was so patient. And the number of times we went to the second floor instead of the 12th floor. Just the 2 and the 12, they're so close in the incantation. It's so close that...
But, sure, it's like when you're learning a new language and
Exactly.
the numbers just get messy.
But after probably 2 weeks, I pretty much had it. You know, she still had to come with me for the first couple of months just to be sure. But I pretty much had it, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it really is like learning a new language, right? But yeah, it was a challenge. But that's one of the first things that we learned is like, what would I call them? Like protective warding spells? Not protective. More, well, like
Utilitarian?
personal warding spells. So like to keep people out of your bedroom. And you can put a spell on your textbooks. You don't really need it on your textbooks, but you can put it on your spell books so that other people can't get in to see your spells. Not that they need to, but you know, it's kind of nice to be able to like lock things against prying eyes. Man,
Is
if
there a
I
lot
could have
of
used that when I
prying?
was 10.
Are there a lot of prying eyes around here?
No, but there's a lot of competition. Like it's pretty competitive here. I mean, I really lucked out that Fineda was friendly because a lot of the third years are maybe not so friendly. And there aren't nearly as many of them as there are first years. So that's also kind of rough on them, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, it gets really competitive. And so, like, you kind of don't want people to know how far you are in your whole process, right? Like, I don't think I'm behind, but if I was, I wouldn't want them to know because I don't want them to, like, use that against me. The other students. The professors, I don't know, they're all kind of weird. I don't think they really care.
Sounds a bit cutthroat.
Yeah, it kind of is. But, yeah, anyway, this is my room. And, if you want, I can take you guys back downstairs. And, do you want to hang out with me today? Or did you want to just go find your kids and nieces and nephews and stuff? You don't have to hang out with me. It's okay.
Erasmus just kind of looks around, hearing her tale of, like, cutthroat academy life, and he's kind of nods his head for a bit, and he just he takes off his bag of holding, which he never fucking uses anyway because of the hole. Says, here.
Oh. Oh, it's a bag.
Let's
I
get
love
this-
bags.
Let's cinch this up and make sure it fits you, okay?
Oh, thank you. She'll get it comfortable and she'll open it. This isn't just a bag, is it?
It is not just a bag.
Do you know how much this is worth?
Yeah.
What did I do to deserve this?
You're. Let me tell you a secret.
Okay.
Everybody else here has kids. I'm with them for the day because they're all my friends. But today you're my kid. How about that?
Aw. Okay. I'm so sad that you don't have kids. You are like a great dad. Like, you're not even my real dad, and you're a great dad.
I think I was too busy being an adventurer to be a good dad.
Well, I think you're making up for it now.
Yeah. So it's all cutthroat here. It's the way wizarding school always is. So you're gonna take this bag, you're gonna take this rock,
Okay.
you're gonna take this ring,
Okay.
and you're gonna take care of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And
And he takes the ring of protection off his finger.
Aw. And she puts it on, and her eyes go wide as she realizes what it is.
And so I'm gonna take these off my sheet. So she has my bag of holding, my luck stone, and my ring of protection.
Oh, wow. Oh, I have something for you. And she goes over to her shelf, and she pulls out a pair of books. And she holds them up, and they're identical. They match. And she hands him one and says, okay, so this was one of the things that I learned earlier this year. And the books are twins. And if you write in yours, it'll show up in mine.
All right.
So we can stay in touch, right?
Yeah, we can stay in touch.
Thank you, Mr. Erasmus. And she gives you another hug.
Ah, the feels.
Okay. Do you guys want me to take you downstairs again? Because I can't, like, just teach you the incantation, and I don't know if any of you actually are magical enough to do it.
You should just take us downstairs, and
Okay.
then you gotta get ready for class. You know?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get ready for class.
Thank you so much for everything. Oh, thank you so
Not a
much.
problem.
And so she'll take you to the little transport plate, and transport you all back down the stairs. Or back.
I do want it noted that while she was distracted hugging on Erasmus, Isolde is quietly slipping 50 gold under her pillow.
Aw. Aw. This girl is just overwhelmed by you all.
It is a good thing your rogue is not there.
I know.
I should be watching all of this go like twitching.
Why?
Why are you doing this?
Don't give
Why are
away
you being
things.
nice?
God, we
Because-
didn't want them. We could sell them.
Because we didn't want her to end up like Nelitha.
Oh,
Listen, that plus 12 stealth is doing real well for us, fellers.
It is. It very much is. But you know the salty cynicism I think we want to avoid for the kid.
And if we don't help her out by being kind, the school will turn her into you with magic.
Damn. Oh, fuck.
jeez. All right, so we've got Erasmus, Isolde, and Owen back down on the main floor of the dormitory. And Callie bids you goodbye and heads back up to her room. And Erasmus, the next time you open the book, there's going to be a big long thank you letter in there for you.
Awesome.
Do the three of you have anything else that you'd like to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I think just like starting to walk around and just get a feel for the place, using those visitor badges for as long as we have them,
Mhm.
and just start to like wander in the direction that we know
The other people
Herder and
disappeared.
we suspect Nelitha have gone.
Okay. What are all of your passive perceptions?
Ugh. 15.
17.
Also 17.
Okay. As you are heading out of the dormitory, Isolde and Owen, you both notice basically a big engraved sign on the wall that is a map of the college with the
Oh,
buildings
beautiful.
labeled not with their names, so the various halls. So again, you don't know exactly what's in everything, but you can see the general layout and get a bit of an idea about where things might be relative to where you are.
I'll
Find out
study that.
Nelpa can't read.
I would like
Well, we're just coming after Nelitha today.
each of you who is studying that map, please roll me just an intelligence check.
What, we get to roll dice?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, this is Rowan's
What-
bag, so all the 20s are on the bottom.
What kind of check is this?
Intelligence.
Ha! Nat 20. Or a 20.
Okay.
Rowan's 20s and 12s always want to do very well when they haven't been used in a while.
Sorry, I had a work text. What are we rolling?
An intelligence check.
I'm also sorry you had a work.
13.
Okay. So Erasmus and Owen, you feel like you've got a bit of a feeling for the layout. It feels like you'll be able to remember a little bit of it at least. But with that nat 20 assault, you're feeling confident that you're going to remember a lot of these names and which buildings are where.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that if you were to take a couple of minutes once you get outside, you could probably sketch it out real quick and have a bit of a map to walk around with.
Yeah. I think I will take the time to do that once we step outside.
Okay. A quick check-in with time. How is everyone doing? Do we have time to play a little bit longer, or do we need to go ahead and stop?
He's looking pretty wibbly on that one.
We can stop if we need to, E.
Okay. That is
Herder-
absolutely fine because we're at a point that would be a good stopping point, and I
Yeah.
don't know how long Herder and Nelza's adventure would go. So,
Probably too long.
as
It's
the
fine.
as
It would go sideways and for a long
No,
time.
it's gonna be great. I can't wait. Just like, oh no.
yes. So as Erasmus, Owen, and Assault take a moment to do some sketching outside, that is where we're going to stop for the evening. We will be back in 2 weeks' time to figure out what's going on in Brixador Hall, where Sammy and
Sammy.
Uncle Herder are headed. Oh my.
Uncle Humble Bumble.
Uncle Humble Bumble.
Oh my goodness.
Is that like Humble Bundle, but with an extra M?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, thank you all for coming and playing again this week. It was lovely having you. And thank you everyone for watching us. Lovely to have you all. We have 6 viewers right now, which is
Woohoo!
yay.
Hello.
We're
Hello.
we have people.
Welcome back to
so-
this chaos.
So happy knitting, everyone, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time.
Some of us will see you on Friday.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what? We should plug that because Roll for
It's
Weird
been a long time.
is back
Welcome back.
on Friday at 6-ish Eastern.
6:30, yeah.
Keep your eye out for the notification when we actually go live. And theoretically, we're also going to have Meme of the Month on Saturday. So
Dang.
keep your eyes open on
Busy
the goose
week.
this weekend. All right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now, until next time, happy knitting.
Bye.
Bye.